Yeah, I'm so excited to be with you both. I'm streaming live in Instagram and Facebook, so I'm feeling like I'm doing something. This is the Sexless Marriage series. You're going to see me kind of look both ways, so let me know you're here. Um, why are we having this topic? I know that's the big question. Why are we having a sexless marriage series? One thing I know about marriage is it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But marriage should not be all work, okay? It should not be all work. If marriage is nothing but work, it's just not gonna last. You've got to have enjoyment. So that's why we're having this segment for our Sexless Marriage series. You all may not be aware, but September is Sexual Health Awareness Month. So, what better time than to have this series than now? So, if you're saying out there, I don't know who this lady is, let me introduce myself. I'm Natasha Oates. I am an award winning therapist as well as speaker, and I help people take care of themselves. They've been on the last of the priority list. I help them bump that up and really get joy back into their life. I help couples. I help couples get out of the friend zone. I help couples stop feeling like they're roommates. So I love, love, love this work. I do this at my Practice the Up company, so see about us. Make sure you're following this page. Make sure you've liked or followed us. So that's why we're doing what we're doing today. I want to read off a few stats. I thought it was really interesting to get into the numbers because people lie, but numbers don't. So, 47% of married couples have sex less than on a weekly basis, not even once a week. 47%, that's almost half. 17% only have sex one time out of the whole month, out of the whole 30 to 31 days. And another 17%, y'all, this is almost 20%, have not had sex with their mate, with their spouse in the last 6 months. Almost 20% haven't had sex for half the year from January to June. This is a problem. So let's break this down. Why is sex so important? So there's a couple reasons I wanted to share. And I also want to talk about, well, what is going on? What are the roadblocks? So, a few reasons of why sex is important. Other than the obvious of it brings forth children, right? There's actually chemicals that are released in your brain during sexual intimacy that help with bonding, that help you feel that connection, that spark, that closeness. We need that. We need that in our marriages. We need to feel close. Also, sex is a really, really important part of, believe it or not, like your actual health, like your immune system being strengthened. And I think y'all know, we're semi in, semi out of a pandemic, right? We know how important it is to have a healthy immune system. So it helps with that. And since you all are people walking on this earth, you probably have experienced some stress. Sex is great with stress management as well. It's not a one cure all, right? It's just helpful to bring it down a notch. And I know tons of busy adults usually have trouble with getting enough sleep or with staying asleep throughout the night. Sex is also really helpful for getting good rest. And y'all know how we are when we do not get our rest. It's a problem. So there was also another point about couples who have sex on a regular basis. There's a link to lower divorce rates We do not want to be in that number, right? We want to keep our marriages healthy and strong. So having a regular, enjoyable, healthy sex life is a really important part of having a strong marriage. So let's talk about this. We're going to talk through this series. This is just day one, about, well, what is getting in the way? Why aren't married people having sex? So today we're going to talk about how tired, how tired we are in this day and age being married people. That is a huge factor. You've got a lot of us trying to figure out, do I have sex tonight or do I get good sleep tonight? And a lot of times, sex is not winning the game. So let's kind of break down, why are people so tired? And I want you to put in the comment section, why do you think adults who are in marriages are so tired? I have some reasons that I hear from my clients that I wanted to share. A lot of the folks that I'm seeing, their career is really demanding. It's like, yes, you are building what you have worked so hard to accomplish in corporate America with that law firm, but you also recognize you are doing the job of 2 and 3 people. The pandemic caused a lot of people to leave positions, and that means it's like a skeleton crew left, and you're left with more work than you should actually have. When you get home, you're tired. You're tired. Another reason married couples have a roadblock with fatigue is the children. The children. They are nonstop, right? They are always needing attention, affection, love. They got toys in the floor. They need to eat. We're trying to give healthy meals and cook. We're helping with homework. Y'all know school is back in session. The summer is done. So it's not just coming home from a demanding job. You're coming home possibly to children, right? Who have their own needs. It takes a toll, right? It takes a toll. And then you've got some people who have some unique situations, some unique family situations. Maybe you have a blended family. And not only do you have the standard concerns and challenges, but you've got to navigate, okay, whose weekend is it, and what's the schedule, and is there open communication and that dynamic? Y'all are tired. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. Then you've got some other special family circumstances. In the clinical world, they call it the sandwich generation, where you may have small children that you care for at home, but then not only do you have those children to look after, but you also have parents who are aging, parents who you're now having to take a second look. Are they really okay? Are they really making it on their own? Do I need to come in and help them with certain things? Have they fallen and some incidents happen? Maybe you've moved in one of your elders or some elder family members, and that's a whole nother dynamic of caretaking and another layer of why you're tired. Okay, this is so real, so real. And I haven't even gotten to, you want to keep a clean house, right? You got the dishes, you got the cooking, you got the wiping down counters, you got the wiping down surfaces for dust, you got the floors, you got the bathrooms, you got all the rooms, right? Non-stop. No wonder we're tired. No wonder, right? So people literally are having to choose between good sex with their partner or good sleep. And sometimes, according to these stats, oftentimes sleep is winning. So I have a few tips tonight to help with that, because like I mentioned before, It takes so much work to make marriage work. You ought to be enjoying the good parts. Like, there, yes, there's benefits, but you ought to be able to feel that spark, that connection, that pleasure. That should be a part of your marriage as well. So some tips to help with the fatigue. Listen up and listen good. Ask for help and say no more. Ask for help and say no more. So we've got to get out of this super mom complex, super dad complex. I got to save everybody. I got to do everything. It's wearing us out and it's wearing us raggedy. And at the end of the day, not only are you not having time for yourself, you're not having time for the one that you love, the one that you married. That's a problem. So say no more and ask for help. And it's okay if you feel guilty at first. This is a normal feeling when you are putting in better boundaries, and when you're taking better care of yourself. It comes with the territory and it won't always be. It will fade over time once you get in your rhythm. You got to let go of being, you know, super mom, the perfect dad, having the perfect house, the perfect clean house. We have to let go of this desire to do everything perfectly, even on the job. Some things we're going to just have to say, is it a requirement or is this going to disturb my peace? We got to let go of perfection. That is wearing us out. Okay. Another tip I have for busy couples who are like, it's time to get this sexual department in order. We got to set boundaries with these children. Children need to have a consistent bedtime and bedtime routine so that the adults can have some consistent adult time, some alone time, and some couple time. It's a necessity. So I encourage you to bite the bullet, deal with the whining, and get it in order because you got to have your life and not just, it can't just be about the kids. It's got to be about the adults too, and especially the marriage. So I encourage you set those boundaries and set those bedtimes. But also as your children get older, the adults in the house don't have to be the only ones doing chores. Let me say that again. The adults in the house do not have to be the only one doing chores. Okay? So if you need to go to the Dollar Tree and get you those little chore charts, whatever you got to do, if it's some treat bags, if it's an allowance, if it's do it because I said so, or this game being put up, do whatever you got to do. Because it all should not be on your shoulders as a burden. Two more tips for you. Two more tips. I want you to pay attention to how often you feel burnt out. How often you just are so fatigued. You don't have the motivation to keep up with the demand of what you would typically keep up with. How often does that happen where you feel tapped out? It's important to know your burnout frequency because if you know that, you will know how often it is you need to take a break, a breather, a day or a couple of days, or doing something special, a massage, or what have you. We need to learn our bodies and get ahead of these kinds of issues. You need to know what you do to lower your stress. You need to create that if you don't have your go-tos. And it can't be something that is going to get you into more issues. It needs to be something that helps you to express yourself, helps you to calm down, helps you to burn through stress, like exercise, like getting outside, bubble baths, tapping into your creative side, doing art, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, music. Really, really, really tap into it. Some of my clients are like, they love getting and being around water. If they could go to the beach every weekend, they would do it. You better go find you a fountain that's outside at the park or something. Make it a priority and make it happen. Last tip. Um, when you get home, you need to regroup. When you get home from work, you need to have some time to rest and ease your mind. If your kids are old enough, let them know, I need a mommy time out. I need a daddy time out. I need to go in this room and read my magazine for 30 minutes, watch my trash TV for 30 minutes, whatever you do for 30 minutes, take your alone time. It's not selfish. It's not selfish. You have to take care of your kids' mama. Okay? You have to take care of yourself so that you can show up in your marriage, so that you can show up and do what you need to do. All right, so these are the tips for tonight. I want to invite you to the Spicy Marriage Challenge that we are hosting. We recognize that, you know what? This marriage thing is it's really real, and we should be reaping all these benefits. We are married. We have no business being celibate. So we want to help you to bring the spark back into your marriage by introducing this free virtual challenge. It's going down, but you got to sign up. You got to sign up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link down in the comments for you to sign up for the free challenge. This is for married couples, but we welcome you if you are like, okay, we're on our way to, marriage. You're welcome to. But this is for married couples who are like, it's time to bring back that spark, that spice. It's time to get new ideas. It's time to get reconnected. It's time to have fun again. This is for you. So make sure you're following our page and make sure you have signed up for the challenge. I'll see you then.